got into that yesterday. But our friend Zach Berman actually asked him the question about Gardner Minshew going into his office and what Nick could say about it. Now, I'll set it up with this. Nick Sirianni, to all his credit, didn't want to give the behind-the-scenes tour, and I could understand that. Nick Sirianni, though, was finally asked about that meeting with Minshew. And he said, and this is, I'll start it off, I'll set up the cut properly so I give you context here. He said that he doesn't want to violate the trust between player and coach, and that's what he values so much as a head coach. The conversations that they have in that office remain in that office. So without giving up too much detail, here's what he could tell us about Gardner Minshew and Gardner Minshew's attitude.
But I will say about Gardner, he is a competitor, and he's locked in, whether he is the backup, whether he's playing, right? There's, he's been in both scenarios this year, right? With the Jets game, playing in that game, not knowing if he was playing till late in that week. He's going to prepare like crazy no matter what the situation, and he's competitive. And so, of course, every backup that we have on this team, if they didn't want to be the starter, I'd have an issue with them being the backup. And so Gardner has played a lot of football in this league, I got a lot of confidence in him, that he's our backup and that he's the player that he's in. I mean, right, we saw, again, we always talk about wanting your backup quarterback to be able to come in and function and give you a chance to win. And we saw that he gave us, he was awesome in the game that he played against the Jets. And so, I would be disappointed if Gardner didn't want to be the starter. But obviously Jalen's our starter.
I have zero doubt in my mind that Gardner Minshew came into that office and look, Nick Sirianni said everything right, and that's a perfect way to put it. I don't want you as my backup if you don't want to be the starter. That's a great way to put it from Nick Sirianni. Eloquent words from Nick Sirianni. I agree. I don't want you as my backup if you don't want to be my starter. Let that be life lessons for everybody, all right? But I have zero doubt after listening to that Gardner Minshew totally walked into his office and was like, bro, what do I got to do to be the starter, bro? And then they probably bro-hugged for like a half hour, did some kind of handshake that's just theirs, and then discussed that it's Jalen Hurts' team going, and that's just the way it's going to be. I think that's kind of just how it broke down. I have zero doubt that the Chris Mortensen story is accurate. That he walked into his office, said he didn't want to be the starter, and Nick Sirianni was like, that's adorable, not happening. Like, I think that's kind of how it broke down. I think Nick Sirianni knows from jump, and that's why he's talking about what a competitor Gardner Minshew is. I have zero doubt in my mind that Nick Sirianni is well aware that Gardner Minshew thinks he should be starting for this team and thinks he should at least be a starter somewhere in the NFL. So I give a lot of credit to Zach Berman for asking that question, because I was shocked that nobody had asked that question for 2 weeks. And then finally, Zach Berman asked that question, so credit to him.